Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 56. And this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Rams and the Bengals coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions, the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Gaudin joined by my good friend Charles Davis. And Charles, it was maybe the most unlikely Super Bowl run we've seen in a long time. What a story. The Bengals had not won a playoff game since January of 1991. 4-11-1 last year, 2-14 the season before that. Bottom line, though, here they are, the AFC champs.
And Brandon, this is one of the more remarkable turnarounds in NFL history in recent years. In fact, most of the guys on this team weren't even born the last time they won a playoff game.
For the first time in almost 30 years, the big game is back in Los Angeles. Super Bowl 56 underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And you can't help but to think back about 14 months or so ago when Joe Burrow was down on the turf in Cincinnati, a really difficult injury, and we knew it.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Sean Robinson, too much to handle that time. Gets the sack.
It was also a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Brandon Powell. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 13th NFL season now. It's Matthew Stafford.
And apparently all Matt Stafford needed was a ticket to L.A. to get his postseason career on track. Never won a playoff game in his decade-plus in Detroit. But he cleared that hurdle a few weeks back. And now he has the Rams in position to play for the ultimate prize and in their home stadium.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stafford. That's complete to the tight end Hopkins. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did it in a big way there.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there for L.A. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Well, it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Stafford on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Gay's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Burrow looking to pass. Open man is Chase, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner. He got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. On 1st down, Mixon And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Aaron Donald in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Back to throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. McPherson's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. B.J. Hill forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. But when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Burrow. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
Burrow will throw. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams, and there's not much to speak of in terms of passing efficiency. But in a tie game, they know a few tweaks could make a big difference going forward. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some staffs get caught up in trying to design too many.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Sam Hubbard, his second sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Mixon, and he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right? In baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Throwing again is Stafford. Over the middle to Beckham. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From the 35 on 2nd down, Burrow. Here's Higgins out of the right side. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Cincinnati.
If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Leonard Floyd. And the Rams are going to have it here just past the 25. Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. Had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. He had a great move, but it'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Now Stafford.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Here we go,
3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now Burrow. Complete to his tight end Sample. And he's going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He completes it to Boyd. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. They'll give it to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On 2nd down now, Mixon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 3rd and goal, a big play in the Super Bowl. Here's Mixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And his kick here is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.